5.3 is talking about adding, subtracting, multiplying polynomial functions. Okay, if they ask you to multiply them, we can multiply them horizontally or we can multiply them vertically. Okay, this would be in a vertical format. So if they ask you to multiply them vertically, you're going to set them up and you're going to line up everything under its perspective area. Okay, so what's 2x cubed plus x cubed?
3x cubed.
Good. And what is negative 5x squared plus 6x squared?
X squared.
And what is 3x plus nothing? Just 3x. And what's negative 9 plus 11?
2.
Okay. So if they want you to add them vertically, that's how you're doing it. If they want you to add them horizontally, this is the format you'll see it in. So you have to say 3y cubed. Oh, there's no y cubed, so I just bring that down. Negative 2y squared plus negative 4y squared is what?
Negative 6y.
Yep, negative 6y squared. Negative 7y, bless you, plus 2y is what?
Negative 5y.
Negative 5y. And then there's nothing over here, but I have a negative 5 left. And that's how I add them horizontally. What do you say? You can handle those two things?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about subtracting vertically and subtracting horizontally. Okay. So if I subtract this vertically, that means that this bottom portion needs to line up with the top portion like we did over here. But it also means that I need to put parentheses around this because this negative has to be distributed into each part. So what is 8x cubed minus 3x cubed?
5x cubed.
5x cubed. Okay. And what is negative x squared minus positive 2x squared?
1. Just x.
Nope.
No, wouldn't it be negative x?
More than just negative x. I have a negative x squared here.
I mean.
And I have a minus
Oh,
positive 2x squared there.
Negative 3x.
Negative 3x squared.
So why would it be negative?
Because this sign changes. Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful on these. What is negative 5x minus a negative x?
Negative 4x.
Negative 4x. And what is 1 minus positive 7?
Negative 6.
Yep, negative 6. That's how I subtract horizontally. Now let's subtract. I'm sorry, that's how I subtract vertically. Let's subtract horizontally. Let's do 4x squared plus 9x minus 12. 4x squared minus 9x minus 12 minus, and we're going to do 5x squared minus x plus 3. Okay. 4x squared minus 5x squared. What do you get? 4x squared minus 5x squared. Negative x squared. Negative 9x minus negative x. What do you get? Negative 8x. Negative 12 minus positive 3. What do you get? Nope.
You get negative 15.
Negative 15. Yes. Negatives, cold negatives. Okay. So that's adding, subtracting. Let's talk about multiplying. There's two types of multiplying we're going to do. We're going to do multiplying vertically, horizontally, and multiplying 3 segments at a time. So let's talk about multiplying vertically. Let's say you have negative 2y squared, and you have plus 3y minus 6, and I want to multiply that by y minus 2. And we're going to do this vertically, like old school. Oh.
Use calculator.
Okay. We're going to start with the negative 2. What's negative 2 times negative 6?
12. What? Positive 12.
Positive 12.
I said 12.
What's negative 2 times 3y?
Negative 6.
Negative
Y.
6y. What's negative 2 times negative 2y squared?
4y squared.
Beautiful. Okay.
You know what?
Now, when you multiply like this old school wise, you have a placeholder, right, of 0 here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it works out because there's not going to be a constant because I'm going to go y times negative 6, which is what?
Negative 6y.
And then I'm going to go y times 3y, which is what?
3y squared.
And then I'm going to go y times negative 2y squared.
Negative 2y cubed.
Yes. And I'm going to add these together. So I get negative 2y cubed. What's 4y squared plus 3y squared?
That is 7y squared.
And what is negative 6y plus negative 6y?
Negative 12y.
And then 12 plus nothing is 12. That's how you can multiply vertically. Okay, let's multiply this horizontally. I multiply horizontally, what am I going to do? Yeah, start distributing. What's x times 3x squared?
3x cubed.
What's x times negative 2x?
Negative 2x squared.
What's x times 4?
4x.
What is 3 times 3x squared?
9x. X squared.
What's 3 times negative 2x?
Negative 6x.
And what is 3 times 4?
12.
Good, now we're going to combine like terms, right? I have a cubed, 3x cubed, I have a squared, I have a squared. What's negative 2x squared and positive 9x squared?
7x squared.
I have a 4x, I have a negative 6x. What's that give me?
Negative 2.
And then I have plus 12. Now I have multiplied horizontally. And the last one we're going to work on today is a trinomial, multiplying a trinomial.
Is that a special one?
No. We're going to do x minus 5, x plus 1, x plus 3. X minus 5, x plus 1, x plus 3. Okay. How do you think we go about multiplying this? What do you think we need to do? What do you think we need to do for this one?
Could you
Like all the
set them
x's
up?
together and all the.
Nope.
Set them up
That'd be
horizontally?
Why? What were you saying, Cole?
Nothing. I was commenting.
When you have 3 like this, you just multiply 2 of them first, and then take the third and multiply it into that answer. So let's start with just these 2. What's x times x? I'm just going to FOIL.
X squared.
Okay. And what's x times 1?
X.
Is x.
And what's negative 5 times x?
Negative 5x.
And what is negative 5 times 1?
Negative 5.
Okay, so I have this now.
Oh, so it's just like the
So you start off.
back.
Yes. So I'm going to combine like terms in here to simplify everything. So I have x squared minus 4x minus 5, yeah?
Yes.
And now this looks just like this down here. Okay? So now what's x squared times x?
X cubed.
What's x squared times 3?
3x squared.
What is negative 4x times x?
Negative 4x squared.
What is negative 4x times 3?
Negative 12x.
What is negative 5 times x?
Negative 5x.
And what is negative 5 times 3?
Negative 15.
And now from there, combine like terms. I have an x cubed. I have an x squared, 3x squared, and a negative 4x squared. So that gives me what?
Negative x squared.
I have a negative 12x and a negative 5x. That gives me what?
Negative 17x.
And then I have a negative 15. So when you see a set of 3, just multiply 2 by foiling and then multiply the third into it. Okay? This is what you're doing on your homework tonight. And then tomorrow we'll finish 5-3 and we'll probably have a quiz on